All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 3 of the Touchdowns and Track Limits podcast. I am your host, Skylar Jagley, joined by my co host, the one and only Mr. Ethan Foley. All right,
Hello.
hello indeed. All right, we've got a lot to talk about this week, good sir, don't we? A lot of action went down, a lot of action that we got to see with our own two eyes. How about that? They don't not too often we get to say that in this day and age. It's like the second time in the last year and a half that we've known each other. Pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah, it was a wild weekend this weekend in New Hampshire. I have experienced that kind of a culture at a racetrack before. Skylar has not.
Second time.
Well, yes, but you've never camped like that.
Not in the camper. We the first year was the tent.
Yeah,
I guess
that
Thatcher
was.
and Ethan still had the tenting experience.
Yeah, no, it was similar to. It was a little more wild at times. And when I was at the Oxford 250, I slept better than I did at the Oxford 250 other than last night because it's fucking cold out, but
What can you
yeah.
do? It's cold.
Yeah. It is that time of year in New England. It's kind of cold out.
Yeah,
Thankfully the heater in that camper works great when it's hooked up and when Skylar has isn't, taking up all the heat in his damn sleeping bag.
yeah, really though. Well, that was only the last night. Those guys had my sleeping bag in the tent the whole time.
Yeah, well, you win some, you lose some.
Pretty much. So, shall we jump straight into some NASCAR Cup Series action?
Do we want to talk anything more about our wonderful experiences at Loudon? Well, what is it called? New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Sorry, it's not Loudon technically.
Technically, everybody calls it Loudon, especially those who
Yeah,
come on a weekly base or a yearly basis and come to see other series race there. But we all
yeah.
we all
New England
know Loudon.
classic.
But all I will say is, if you ever want to check it out, fly into Boston, rent a camper for the weekend. Like, it's a great experience. I promise you, you won't regret it. You'll meet a lot of good people who all enjoy racing and want to have a good time. I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, that's the most packed I've ever seen it since they switched from having September dates. September dates always do better there. I was walking up from our camper, which if anyone cares enough to look at a map of the facility, we were right in the smack dab middle of the S9 lower lot, close enough to the forest. So we were walking all the way up, and our buddy James Barrett Jr. We got across the road out of the fan zone. And I looked at him. I'm like, dude, this place is sold out. There's no way it's not. We wandered up to Lot X Sunday morning, looked at the carnage, came back for the race, and yeah, it was you were pushing through people to get anywhere. It was fantastic. Great weekend for that track, especially when there are rumors of them taking it off the schedule, which I'm a little biased just because I've grown up as a short track racing fan. I'm still involved in short track racing through photography and stuff like that. And yeah, there are a lot worse tracks in the schedule that I think should get cut before New Hampshire, and one of the ones is one of the Martinsville dates. But I don't think people are ready for that conversation yet.
Yeah, no, I personally believe every track apart. There's a couple you could make a genuine argument for that should have two dates, but I feel like just about every track on the schedule should be one date to give more opportunities to go see more of the country, go travel to international markets. That's just what I believe personally.
I don't think any track should have two dates. I don't think there's a singular track on the schedule that deserves to have two. I it it's, look at Pocono. I mean, I don't know. You started watching NASCAR what 21,
I
something like
started
that.
I started watching NASCAR when I was 5.
Oh yeah, it's football. Sorry, I got it
Yeah,
mixed
that
up. But
football.
like
No, no
back
worries.
when they had back when they had two Pocono dates, Pocono struggled immensely in attendance, and since they moved to one, I mean, I went to Pocono in 2020. Well, yeah, 2024 last year, and unbelievable crowd.
You
I
just
mean,
can't get enough of the Ryan Blaney wins, can you?
no, he can stop at any time. I'm not about the no burnout thing. I think kind of if I don't want to see burnouts, I don't see burnouts enough as is. Yeah, no. Josh Berry should have won that race, but next gen car, aero tight, can't pass. It's just the story of the world now. The the good racing for the weekend was over when the checkered flag threw over that half mangled number 3 car in the modifieds.
Oh, the mod. Yeah, if you guys didn't watch the modified race, go subscribe to
Yeah,
Flow Racing on YouTube and check out the highlights because that was awesome.
y- you need to. Tyler Ripkema, Justin Bonsinger putting on one heck of a show. I've watched Tyler Ripkema race. Obviously not Justin Old Blue, but I don't know. Skylar, I don't know if you're probably not too familiar with the history behind that number 3 car, but anytime up here the Old Blue wins, it's just a win for modified racing. Especially like that. I mean, some people got mad that he hit Justin Bonsinger. I don't know. I watched enough of those Loudon modified races in person to that's just what you have to do going into 3. Didn't wreck him, didn't spin him, didn't really even get him loose. He just sent him a little bit too far into the corner, and then they crossed each other over, and he decided coming to the checkered flag that Justin Bonsinger wasn't going to pass him, and ran himself into the wall, came to a rest down in turn 1, got out. Absolute electric factor.
Yeah, it was awesome. I literally have a video from
Yeah.
on pit road. We were watching just from pretty well the exit of turn 4, and I got my camera out. I started recording, and as they're entering turn 3, I put my camera down on the track, and I looked back up, and I'm like, oh my god, he's passing him because I just didn't expect it. And then next thing
Oh
you
yeah.
know, they're coming out of turn 4. Ripkema has the lead, and he clears to the outside. You can barely see the cars from the pit road wall, and all you see is a tire just flying in the air. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, I had a pretty good feeling after watching about 40 laps of that race that that number 3 car was the car of the field. I think the second, I don't think Bonsinger had the fastest car. I think he was the third best. I think the fastest was the 3. I think the second fastest was Mike Christopher Jr. in the 13 car. We'll get to his run in the trucks in a minute. Yeah, I personally, Mike Christopher, until his motor blew up, coming to that final restart, was in the best position to win that race. Being third at Loudon, it's a pretty advantageous situation to be in, but 'twas not meant to be for him. Happy there was a good race this weekend, because boy howdy, that truck race. Well, the most of the good racing was done Friday night and Saturday. The dirt duels were good.
Yeah, the
I'm
dirt
trying to think
duels
of
were
who won
fun.
that. What's his name? Hull, I think, won the going All Star Sprint Cars New England All Star race.
I think the truck race was the worst of the weekend.
Yeah, I think one of the best was uh guy Jimmy's buddies with Jacob Perry won the Extreme Dirt Midget Association race at the flat track Friday night. Absolute, just good victory for him.
The flat track was absolutely packed. I could not believe
Yeah,
how many people were in there. That was
I
wild.
I had a that's I had a feeling from the flat track on that that was going to be a sellout weekend. But yeah, once I started walking around in the fan zone on a Sunday, I knew. I mean, normally the trams go all the way from what's it called? Go all the way from S9 and loop up around to the front, but they couldn't. There were too many people. It's wild.
Yeah, didn't they say this was like the most sold out camping weekend they've had in like a
Yeah.
very long time,
Oh yeah. I mean,
or
the amount of
most sold, I
campers.
should say.
Well, and it's not just that there were a lot of campers, but the lot was fucking full on Saturday morning. You rarely ever see that at Loudon. Now, keep in mind we're going back with 2 campsites next year. We're gonna have the Fleetwood and one for you guys, and then me and Jimmy. I think I'm buying a Hideout Keystone Hideout Sport. So we're gonna have a hard shell, but damn, dude. I mean, absolutely unreal the camping was this weekend. It's
The camping was
yeah.
awesome. The camping was awesome.
Man, I don't know what stories we can tell on here because You know. You
I
know.
I
I
think
mean,
we
you
gotta.
you can tell you and Thatcher's stories; those are completely fine. But like, there's some stories that should be left out
I almost feel like
for the
those who
plot.
have been to a NASCAR campground get it, but like at the same time, I feel like you almost have to leave it as an element of surprise for some people just to truly experience it, enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Because what I remember when I came into 2024, that was my first time ever camping at a racetrack. I
Yeah.
didn't know what to expect, and I enjoyed the living hell out of it. So that's all
Yeah.
I can really say. I feel like you almost got to leave it as an element of surprise for people.
Yeah. That's fair. I camp quite a bit at tracks, but Loudon's another. The only thing close to Loudon, like I said, is the Oxford 250. But that's the only weekend in all of New England motor racing that's as big as Loudon. But I don't know, that truck race, Corey Heim, he had it won from the drop of the checkered. I guess Andres Perez Delara led 44, 40 something laps, but he never was actually in contention to win it.
Yeah, all that happened there was a different strategy contention. I mean,
Yeah.
I literally said after qualify, like you could hear it in my vlog. I literally just went, "Yep, surprise, surprise. Corey Himes on pole. Is anyone else here surprised? Let's go to the dirt track."
You know what else is surprising?
What's that?
Brent Cruz.
Oh, our Lord and Savior Brent Cruz got
All
taken out
right,
on
we're
lap
not
one.
we're not gonna get too much into why Skylar is currently obsessed with a 17-year-old uh
That's a horrible way to put
male
it.
17-year-old. Well, it's the truth. I'm leaving out the part that'll make it sound real bad. Um uh Brent Cruz had a generationally terrible day at Loudon, New Hampshire. First time on the track, I believe.
To be fair, he
Uh
finished 17th for a wrecked
yeah,
truck. That's
well,
not too bad.
yeah, well he didn't he made it. Let's be clear here. The 69 truck made it further in this race without wrecking than the one truck did.
The good old
Lap
16.
1,
Oh, oh,
turn 1, truck 1. There goes Brent Cruz
well, Tanner Gray
trying
wrecked
to
in the middle
I
of
don't
1 and 2, and then as Brent Cruz was trying to avoid it, hit him
Brent Cruz was trying to make it to our campsite.
pretty much. I don't blame the guy.
I do. That's our campsite. He can afford that kid could afford to buy me the hideout I want in full. Full fucker.
Hey,
That's about all that happened in
hey,
the
I met the
69
guy
truck.
on pit road before the race. He's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
sick fella.
yeah.
But yeah, let's go.
Anyway,
Let's
the
quickly go
69
through the
truck.
results if you don't mind.
Oh, we can, yeah. While you're pulling this up, I'll go through what happened. The 69 truck lost the motor, didn't try to slow down because he couldn't. Absolutely grenaded into the turn 3 wall. Tony Brightinger, not trying to get controversial, she just decided she wanted to turn right on a oval and absolutely destroyed her truck, destroyed Ben Rowe's truck, killed Matt Crafton's day. Just
99% of the time, turning right on an oval doesn't work out.
yeah, no. The only time it does was at the flat track, and newsflash, she wasn't at the flat track, but she ruined a couple people's days there.
Yeah,
I
no,
I'm
she
I
ruined a couple people's days there.
I'm confused because obviously the rumors came out this week that she's linked to the colleague trucks. I think it's safe to say with the Xfinity starts, Butterbean's probably going to end up in a colleague truck.
Yeah, who's
Um,
all in the who? What was the picture that
uh,
leaked out about all that? Who was in it?
yeah. So Cody Dennison, Cletus McFarland, Butterbean. I think no, Brendan Queen was not in it actually. Haley Deegan was one, I believe. Here, let me go pull it back up.
Here, I'm looking for the
I think,
picture here now of the
yeah,
one that
I'm
got
pretty sure it was
leaked.
Cody Dennison, Tony Brightinger, Cletus McFarland, potentially Haley Deegan, and maybe Butterbean. But don't quote me on any of those because it's been a few Blue Mountains were observed between me sending that photo to you and this time.
Oh yeah, no, it's been a long weekend. I mean, I'm pretty much still like I'm
Dude,
still recovering from that weekend and that
so
sunburn.
we'll share it. We'll get to that in a minute. We're gonna spend a lot of time talking about Loudon just because it's the biggest weekend of my year every year.
Same
But
here, man.
yeah. So the last couple days, first off, my
Oh,
work schedule's changing. So like for 2 more weeks, we do this thing of where I'm gonna be tired all the time, but I got a promotion, so I get to work regular weekdays, day shift. So that's a cool deal. But so we all left around the same time Monday morning, but I had to work at midnight Monday night. So pack up the camper, head home. I get home, Jimmy leaves, I unpack everything. And then I get to bed for 2 hours. Then I wake up, go to work. I come home, sleep for 3 hours yesterday, and then go to work. So since I woke up in my in my camper at Loudon, New Hampshire Motor Nasplex Speedway and Friends Invitational, I have slept for a combined of like 7 hours. So I'm like not feeling it, but like, what happened? Yeah, no, it's been a rough week. It's been a long week. It was fun though. It was worth it. Yeah, what did I end up doing? I feel like we were all camping together, like we were all in the same campsite, but like
I
when it
found the
came to
picture. I found the picture. It's
okay,
a little
you
blurred
hold on a
out.
second. My headphones just decided they wanted to be a little bitch.
Of course they did, eh?
All right, we're good. Go ahead.
So it has Cletus McFarland, Tony
Yep,
Breidinger, Haley Deegan. I
yep.
cannot read that, and Frankie Muniz.
Okay, so it's Coney. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
that looks like Cody Dennison, to be honest.
if that is genuinely the case with all the starts he's getting in Xfinity, there is a potential that I could see Butterbean being moving straight to Xfinity.
I have
Um,
also heard a little rumor that's been going around that I've heard is that Cletus and Tony could share the one truck, and
oh God,
um, friggin' Butterbean could have a open truck there because that would only be four of the trucks.
oh God. Well, there's no charters in the Truck or Xfinity series.
That's true. That could just be
Yeah.
their try and get a decent owners points championship thing, but I don't
I
know how you can
would.
do with that lineup.
Exactly. I would rather see. I mean, I have a group of people that I'd like to see in those trucks. I'd like to see Joey DeWiron, Austin Beers, Brendan Butterbean, Queen, and I think they should probably try to hire somebody that's going to just come in with experience in the landscape and immediately win races for him. So probably see if you can get Daniel Hemrick to jump ship from Bill McAnally
You know
and
what
try
I
to
would
get
be
Corey
doing?
LaJoy.
You know what I would do if I was calling right now, who I'd be calling? Or especially after Saturday, I'd give Mike Christopher Jr. a call.
Well, listen. I'm a Mike Christopher Jr. fan. I always have been. I always will be. His uncle was the greatest race car driver to ever drive a race car ever. Period. Ted Christopher was the greatest of all time. Is still the greatest of all time. But I want to see more out of Mike Christopher, than just Loudon. Not that I don't think he can do it, but he needs to like. If when he goes truck racing, I want him to go truck racing, and I want him to stay that way. I don't want to see him get shoved out of it because I think he can do it. I want to see him run a couple more races, not at short tracks. Like I think he goes to Martinsville and he's competitive. Think he goes to Richmond and he's competitive. I think he goes to North Wilkesboro and he's competitive. I have no doubt that he can. I just want to see him run somewhere like Homestead or like Kansas and be in the top 15, top 20.
Oh, I think he
Before.
could. I really do.
I
I
think
think he
he
could.
could. I mean, but you also got to keep this in mind, and the reason that lineup baffles me so much. There's no notebook for Ram. There's no notebook for Colleague in the truck series. This is a brand new truck team with a brand new truck, and they are hiring all in the most experienced driver out of that lineup is Haley Deegan.
Yeah, and that's sad to think about.
I just don't know what that plan is. Like that, all this runway to Dodge entering NASCAR, them wanting to get behind this, them having full funding. You don't need to hire people with money, and then all of that just to potentially hire that lineup. It's just a huge letdown. I'm hesitant to believe it. It's not that hard to make a fake post like that. I I wouldn't be surprised if Cletus is involved.
Oh, me either.
That I think that's probably going to happen, but like I just don't get why you want Haley Deegan to come drive your race car and you want Tony again, no offense to them, but like Tony, who's that? Yeah, I don't see how having that kind of inexperience in your lineup's going to benefit them. That's why I have a hard time believing that's true.
I
Um,
If I were Colleague, I wouldn't even. I would consider bringing Ekis down. I mean, definitely on a part-time
I thought that.
basis.
I thought that. Um,
See, I just don't know how all that's going to work because I'm assuming their Cup and Xfinity
another
programs are still going to be Chevy, so I don't know how
Yeah,
that'll all
that
work.
that is still a thing. However, what I've heard is colleagues going to downsize to a single car Xfinity team. So again, they announced Daniel Dye's father owns a Ram dealership. That was
There's
announced.
no way Daniel Dye isn't in a Ram
Right.
truck.
But I yes, exactly. And I have a zero time believing they're going to boot Christian Eckes from Xfinity for Daniel Dye. I just don't believe it. The only reason I could see it is because Christian is the most experienced driver that could do that on ovals. I mean, if you just want to win races next year with a colleague truck, bring AJ Allmendinger back down from a cup.
Yeah,
But
really though.
there's no point in that. I mean, that's just a
If I
waste of
were
everyone's.
Colleague though, like especially for someone like Allmendinger, like give him a shot at friggin' like Lime Rock
Yeah.
or something if he's got the time. I don't know where
Oh,
NASCAR's at that
buddy.
weekend.
Are you coming down for Lime Rock?
Potentially, I don't know yet, but I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, you better. Um, yeah, that's about all I got for that damn colleague truck team. It's looking like it's going to be a generational letdown, which sucks. I was super hyped for it. It's no secret if anyone knows me or knows my takes. My favorite, my favorite racing series in the world is the Monaco Modified Tri-Track series, but my second favorite is the NASCAR Craftsman Truck series. They're the most
Modified.
well. Oh yeah, modifieds are where it's at, big dog. But the trucks are the most unique race cars out there. They look cool. They're sexy. I mean, you see more actual talent in those than the other development series. In terms, not pointing any fingers at anything except that green and black O'Reilly's logo. Seem to be. I was excited, but I'm no longer excited for Ram. I'm just excited to see Lane Riggs win a title next year.
Lane the Train Riggs.
Speaking of the Truck Series playoffs to end off the truck race.
Yeah, let's quickly go into the results real quick. I'll take care of
Chandler
this one.
Smith.
He hauled ass. I gotta give him some credit.
He,
He did a great job.
he came close, but man, close only counts.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for finishing my sentence while I yawn over here in the corner.
My pleasure, man. Always happy to help.
Yeah, that's good. Big dog, that's good. I love
When do
that.
you start the new gig? Like
I have
October?
um I nothing's been set in stone yet in terms of my start date. My current boss, well, the production boss said that he'd be willing to let me go the end of October, but that was before any input's been put in by the guys at the head of the maintenance department. So it's all up in the air right now. So probably it's going to be the middle of October. So by the time I get settled back in from the Milk Bowl and winterizing the camper, I'll probably be on a day shift schedule.
Cool. But yeah. Corey Heim gets the win, followed by Chandler Smith. Lane Riggs pulls off a P3. I mean, I figured he drove like he had a P6 or 7 truck, so good on him for pulling it to P3. Gio Ruggiero, P4, not a bad day for Gio. I think that's probably the most consistent race Gio's ever done, personally. Like, Freddie Kraft even said that on
Yeah.
Your Bumper Clear. So, you can tell Gio's improving race by race. So, I think he deserves some credit. Ty Majeski, early in the race, looked like he was the only one who could hang with Corey Heim. So, P5's a little disappointing for him. I think I expected a top 3 or borderline top 5 for Majeski. So P5 is pretty much what you'd expect from a Thor Sport truck in wooden Ty Majeski's hands. Grant Infinger, P6, followed by Caden Honeycutt, Corey LaJoy, Christian Eckes, and Raja Karuth, rounding at the top 10. Outside the top 10, you have Tyler Ankrum, Daniel Hemrick, Mike Christopher Jr., Dawson Sutton, Andreas Perez, Jake Garcia, Brent Cruz, Bailey Curry, Mason Massey, Blake Lothian, I think is how you say that name, Spencer Boyd, Jack
Like
Wood,
Logan.
Lothian, Spencer Boyd, Jack Wood, and Matt Mills was the last car running on track. Out of the race, you had Ben Rhodes, Tony Breidinger, Matt Crafton, Tyler Tomasi, Patrick Emmerling. That's another guy I'd call if I were Ram personally. Tanner Gray, Derek White, Connor Jones, Jason Alexander, Caleb Costner, Norm Benning, Steve Malazzi. Is that how you say it? Malozzi, and Connor Mosak rounded out your 36 finishers in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series return to Loudon for the first time since 2017. Now, shall we talk about the Cup race a little more, good sir?
Uh, I suppose we should. Joey Logano.
Man,
He started on pole in his home race.
he looks so good in practice and qualifying.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't good.
We none of the home NASCAR fans like Joey Logano because Joey Logano isn't actually from New England. He was born here and then moved to Atlanta. Besides the point. It goes back and forth, right? The eye test. People are going to sit here and tell you that Ryan Blaney had the fastest car. I don't believe that to be the case. I think the 21 was the best car all day. But Shane Van Gisbergen made sure that we didn't get to watch Josh Berry win today.
Yeah,
I think if Josh Berry didn't get spun, he would have passed Ryan Blaney at some point, and I don't think Blaney was fast enough to pass him.
I literally said to Thatcher and Ethan when Josh Berry got back in the third and Blaney made that pass for the lead, I was like, Josh Berry's a goddamn rocket ship. Like, he's gonna win this race.
Yeah. If this car wasn't such a massive pile of dog crap, he probably still could have, but it is. It surely is. I mean, aerotight, I don't know. People aren't going to be that upset about it because Ryan Blaney won. I don't really care either way. I was pleasantly surprised. I don't go to Loudon for the race because the race at Loudon normally isn't that good. That's why I go to 2 races a year.
I thought the race was decent this year because for Loudon standards, especially, I thought that it was decent.
Good.
Yeah,
it's one of the better ones I've ever seen. I mean,
for sure.
It's not. I mean, the best race that I've ever watched in person for like the Cup Series was probably the 2022 Watkins Glen race, but
yeah, that would be valid. So you got to see the rain too. That would have been fun as hell.
I got to see the first time they used rain tires on the next gen car at a road course, and I was also there for the first the first time they ever used a rain tire compound on a short track for the NASCAR Cup Series. The North Wilkesboro All-Star Race heat races. They ran both of them on the wet weather tires, and it was still a terrible show.
Yeah, that was non-paved or non-repaved Wilkesboro.
Yeah, I don't know. This car, man.
It's not ideal.
No sense putting old short tracks back on the Cup schedule when all they're going to do is get kicked because they say it's the track's fault when it really is the car's fault. I mean, eventually you're just going to run out of racetracks to say aren't racy. But
yeah, without a doubt, this car was not tested well enough and it needed more time before it was released. I couldn't agree more with that statement.
All they needed to do was put 2,000 horsepower into the next gen car, and it would have been a fantastic program, but no.
Do what Carson Hocevar said and put 1,500 horsepower, or 5,000, or what was it, 15,000.
I think 1,500 is a completely reasonable amount, and I think that would fix most of the issues. But they could do it too. They 100% could, but I don't know. They want to attract new manufacturers, and I mean, sure, it worked. Dodge is coming in, but I don't know. It's pretty pathetic that Dodge can take the motor out of the motor design out of the closet from when they quit the Cup Series way back in like 2015 or something, 2013, and it's the same motor. So
That
it's
is the
pathetic.
truth. It is. It honestly is. You have a very valid point.
What else happened? Oh, yes, I know the only other thing that happened. Well, two things happened. So apparently, we'll save the biggest in the Cup race for last. Evidently, Cody Ware tried to kill Austin Dillon, right? So Cody Ware wrecked with like 50, 30 laps to go. And I was sitting up there. I'm like, Cody Ware wrecked. He probably just spun off a two and hit the inside wall because he doesn't have much talent. No, evidently, he hit Austin Dillon so hard trying to wreck him. The only one that spun was himself.
Well, he tried to get Austin Dillon back for earlier in the race. I don't know, like that wreck that happened that caused the one lap
Yeah.
shootout for stage one. I Cody Ware, man.
John Hunter Nemechek also hit the wall really hard.
Yeah, that the 42 said kaboom in entering turn 3.
And then the big one. Denny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I it's hard to form an opinion on this because there is definitely 110% more to this story than what just happened on the racetrack.
Oh,
But
1000%.
I
1000%.
it's no point putting it anything other than bluntly, Ty Gibbs is never going to be disciplined because his grandfather owns the Cup team. Ty Gibbs is never going to compete for a championship. He'll be a fringe playoff guy forever. And well, you have to accept that and get the hell out of your teammates' way. You have zero pressure and zero ambition to do well because you never have a hot seat in your entire Cup Series career until you own the Cup team when your grandfather eventually gives it to you. And it's completely unacceptable to do what he did, holding up two championship contenders. I mean, Bell rightfully should be the championship favorite. You're holding the two of them up for like
One
4
thing,
laps.
you gotta let him go. You gotta let him go.
No, apparently not, because Joe Gibbs isn't going to do anything about it. And
Well, yeah, the more you think about it, Denny wrecked his he hypothetically wrecked his own boss.
potentially, maybe. That is if you really think Denny Hamlin's going to last till Ty Gibbs is in charge, which I don't think so.
I highly doubt that as well, but I mean,
Uh,
Gibbs's name is on the building. Let's
Here's
be
a hot
real.
take. You know what? Here's a hot take I've been sitting on for a while, right? We've got two Nepo babies in this Cup Series, right? You've got Austin Dillon and Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs is way worse of a race car driver than Austin Dillon.
Whoa.
When you look at
That
it,
is bold.
lower series championships, there's no difference. When you look at the Cup Series, however, you have a Daytona 500 winner, you have a Coke 600 winner, you have a Coke Zero Sugar 400 winner, you have a Texas, you have someone who's got over 5 Cup wins, 2 Crown Jewel wins, versus someone who has been in the Cup Series 3 years, has missed the playoffs 2 times. 2 times. In what was the 18 car, which is still the most recent Toyota to win a Cup championship.
That is
Like,
pretty crazy.
what are we doing here? Josh Berry hops in that damn 21 car after 1 year running in the back in the 4 Bath and Body Works car, and he's already winning races, contending with. He's the second best Penske guy week in and week out behind Ryan Blaney. It's like he's 32. You are in your early 20s. You were supposedly good enough to fire Kyle Busch for, who would have at least won 10 or so races since in the last 3 years in that Gibbs car. And what have you done with it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Chase Briscoe jumps in that goddamn 19 car, and he looks like a championship threat. Chase Briscoe has, what, a year? Two? He's got one more year of the next gen car of experience than Ty Gibbs?
Yeah, one more year of next gen
Yeah.
experience.
Sure, he was in the Cup Series in 2021, but not much of that transferred over other than the atmosphere and the pressure. And Ty Gibbs doesn't feel the pressure. That's it. Whenever I think of Joe Gibbs, it's just a subconscious foreclusion for me. When I'm thinking about Gibbs, it's 19, 11, and 20. I never, never, never think of the 54 car as a Joe Gibbs car.
Well, it's basically the same thing with
contender.
2311. Like like you see it with how they put up the boards. It's like, oh, 2311. It's the 23 and the 45. The 35 barely ever gets talked about.
Okay, here's my thing, right? Say 2311 loses this lawsuit, and Tyler Reddick's a free agent. If you're Toyota, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna let him walk and probably go to that Penske number 2 car, or are you gonna tell Joe Gibbs to get Ty out of there and put Reddick in that 54 car, or do you just let Tyler Reddick walk?
What's sad is they'd be dumb enough to let Tyler Reddick walk.
Exactly. And they're going to be dumb enough to let Bubba Wallace walk too. Because in my opinion, Bubba Wallace is someone who I think can make it to the championship for this year. Hell, he could win the title. I don't know.
I think Bubba's got to win Kansas to do that, though. I can't see him having a great day at the Roval. Well,
and here's the deal. He could go win Kansas. He's done it before.
100%.
There are so many Toyota drivers. Let's list off here. Eric Jones, John Hunter Nemechek, Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, Corey Heim. Those are not Corey Heim. Those are 4 drivers that should have a shot in that 54 car. But instead, they're going to leave Ty Gibbs in there until eventually he takes over the company and they go back to winning. But I will say this. They have to be careful because Legacy Motor Club is catching up.
Legacy is catching up. And go back to Darlington. Jones and Nemechek finished 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, it was a Toyota 1, 2, 3, and guess what? It was
1, 2, 3, 4.
JGR 2311 Legacy. And I don't know what I'm getting from Legacy is Corey Heim's going to be in the 44 in 2 years, which is fine. I get that. But that leaves them with, depending on how Corey Heim turns out, 3 winning Cup drivers. That's going to be an unreal lineup. But they have a history.
And and Legacy doesn't get their data from Joe Gibbs.
That's what I'm about to get to.
2311 does.
And Joe Gibbs Racing has a tendency. Other Toyota teams surpass them, then they kill them off. They can't do that with Legacy. Legacy is on the same playing field as them. And I promise you, NASCAR would much rather plaster Jimmy Johnson's face on a pit box all over your television than Joe Gibbs.
Yep.
I promise you that. I promise you they'd rather put 7-time Cup champion in a driving the race car, 1-time Cup champion as an owner with the 43 car. Like that is what NASCAR would rather put up. So
you know what would be awesome is if Jimmy could get the 48 for Legacy.
That's what I thought about it.
And like Bowman gets the 88 with Hendrick back or something.
I would like that.
I wouldn't hate it.
I mean, I think
especially if the 48's going to Jimmy's team.
I agree, and I think the 88 should have stayed with Hendrick. I don't know why Shane Van Gisbergen isn't the 97. Like I don't get that.
Either 91 or 97. I
think he should have been 97. He's been 97 his entire racing career up until this year, so whatever.
I have a feeling that they may switch SVG to the 97 next year or 99 and give Zilich the 88.
It makes sense. We can speculate on that. I don't know. All I know is
speaking of Toyota Zilich too, Randall Burnett, crew chief.
Yeah, there's nothing much there. I mean, Randall Burnett's an alright crew chief. That could be the best signing for them, and it could also be the one that ruins Connor Zilich's rookie season. Not sure yet. Really don't know. Randall Burnett had dominated the first 2 years of the next gen on the road. When you think about it, I mean, he still has winning speed now with Kyle Busch in that 8 car.
I will
I think that's
say, the best car Kyle Busch has had this year was at
Coda.
Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
where does Connor Zilich usually dominate? Road courses.
Everywhere.
It's gonna be so interesting to watch Connor
Also,
Zilich versus SVG in Cup. On the
I'm gonna
road.
I'm just gonna finish off Toyota here because then I have a point to make on the topic we're on. Um, Corey Haim will not be in full time in any series next year. Can we all just air that out in the open?
It's
Like that's
sad to
not
think
happening.
about, to be honest, but
It's not happening because it's rumored he's going to be part time in the 24 Sam Hunt. He's going to be part time for 2311. Going to be part time in the one truck because it's Caden Honeycutt's going to be in that 11 truck next year. That's like the worst kept secret in short track, right? Well, short track truck series racing. Yeah, so Corey Haim's going to break all the records in the truck series this year. Then he's going to go screw off to do nothing until Legacy Motor Club gets their third charter in 2027 and hires him because that's definitely what's going to happen.
yeah, because
And
Legacy's
then
getting the third charter now in 27, where they settled on the lawsuit.
that's when you're going to fully understand just how good John Hunter Nemechek is, though. So
JHN.
I think
That kid's got
I
talent.
don't think John Hunter Nemechek has ever gotten enough credit for what he is behind the wheel of a race car. Um, I don't think either of them do, to be honest. I think him and Jones, if they win at Kansas this week, I will not be shocked. It's not really an upset in my eyes because Jones never should have been kicked out of JGR. But
Well, if you
yeah,
go
we can go.
back and look back at some of the mile and a halfs earlier in the season, Josh Berry's been in the top 5, won some, had wrecked out of the
Oh
lead
yeah,
in some. Like, I think he
oh
could be
yeah,
a very good one at Kansas
yeah.
this weekend.
We'll get into that after we're finished with this little bit of Trackhouse because the point what were we talking about Connor Zilich, right?
Yeah.
Randall Burdett. Talking about that 88 car. So I didn't watch Cup qualifying. I went back to the camper. You guys stayed. I looked and I saw Joey Logano. Then I scrolled down and I see Shane Van Gisbergen qualified 9th.
Yeah, no, shout out SBG. He did great.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm sitting up there. Shane Van Gisbergen is passing for 4th place on speed. And I was like, holy shit, this guy's figuring out the ovals. If he figures out the ovals, I'm calling this right now, Shane Van Gisbergen, if this is not a fluke, is going to the round of 8 next year. And if he gets to the round of 8, anything can happen. And if he gets to Phoenix, anything can happen. I think that it's still a very, very outlandish take that he'll win a cup title at some point, but it's getting more realistic every year. And I like that. I want that.
Yeah, no, like
Uh,
I think for Shane, like some ovals are gonna suit him better than others. Like I
I-
always thought this was gonna be a decent oval for him because it is flat pretty much, and obviously most road courses are flat, and you really
yeah.
have to measure of when to get back in the throttle versus not at a track like New Hampshire. So I
I'll
always
put
thought that this would be a decent oval for him, but you can tell his ovals are slowly coming along. Like I remember him running in the top 20 at the Coke 600. Like that's pretty
putting it
crazy to think about.
just a matter of bluntly. The ovals that require skill, he's getting better at. And that is not to say that some ovals don't require skill, but Bristol, it's how do I put this? Winning at Bristol is nowhere near as hard as it is to win at New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Oh, we have some breaking news here on the podcast.
Let me hold on. Let me go look at Instagram. I want to experience this for myself.
Let me know when you read it.
Oh, that's that's
Wild
oh
reporting. Rodney
oh
Childers will
oh
join JR Motorsports for the 2026 O'Reilly Auto Parts season The crew chief,
Did
the
you,
number one Chevrolet, Carson Quapple and Connor Zilisch will share the ride.
oh, ew. Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised. Carson Quapple hasn't done anything this year to warrant a full-time Xfinity ride.
He's had a lot
However,
of rough luck, though, I will say.
however, that makes me think a different junior motorsports driver from that 88 late model stock is going to be in the Xfinity series next year.
A certain Bubba Pollard, you may mean?
Wrong. Connor Hall.
Yeah, now I can see that too.
It will indeed probably end up being Connor Hall. Until the end of time, Junior Motorsports will get their drivers from the late model stock team. Whatever.
That's just how it
Whatever.
goes.
Whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, don't know how to feel about that.
I love that they give local guys a shot, though.
Well, local and heavy quotation marks.
Local Southeast guys.
They give shots to the guy that drives his late model stock. No one else. Like, yeah, sure, they gave it to Bubba Pollard, but that was one guy. Like, it's not like giving him a shot like Justin Bonsinger driving the 19, or Mike Christopher in the 62, Cole Butcher in the 62,
Shout
Caden
out Cole
Honeycutt when
Butcher,
he was
Nova
getting
Scotia's
rides.
own.
You probably don't want to claim him. Like Connor
No,
Jones
he's the best we got.
That sucks. Connor Jones for how bad he is at, not trying to murder people on the racetrack. They gave him shots. It's like, I don't know. It's all, I don't know. I don't expect much out of that one car unless it's with Connor. But that does bring up a point of who's going to drive in JRM's cars next year. And that is a big old anyone, really, who brings funding, who can pay Dale Jr. the most money to drive his race car.
And my answer to that question would probably be Daniel Suarez if he doesn't end up at Spire.
That would be such a letdown, wouldn't it?
I could see it.
Either way, it's a letdown. I think if he ends up at Spire, that's a letdown.
Well, where else is Daniel Suarez gonna go? Like, let's keep it real.
Who says he deserves to go anywhere?
I think
I said it.
He's a Cup Series winner, and on a road course
Okay.
especially. Like, I think he deserves at least a chance somewhere.
Does he, though? Do you think he deserves more of a chance than Corey Heim?
I mean, Corey Heim definitely deserves it, but like,
so
Suarez has had a horrible year. I will say that.
He's had a horrible career, but that's not anyone's fault but his own. I mean, Jesus, dude. He's been in a Joe Gibbs car, Stuart Haas when they were one of the best teams in the Cup Series. He was in Trackhouse car when they were the best team, and he's always been overshadowed by his teammates. He has 2 wins when Shane's got almost like 10. Ross has got like 7 on all different types of racetracks. He has won at Sonoma, and he has won at Atlanta. Neither of which are overtly skill-based racetracks. Sonoma more so than the other. But I just don't see it. Like, there's a reason he's getting replaced for Connor Zilisch. Because Trackhouse doesn't believe he can contend. And, are you going to sit here and tell me he's done anything to prove them wrong?
At this point, no. Ever since that Atlanta win, he's just been getting worse and worse and worse, really. I like Daniel. I think Daniel's a great guy, but...
I think he's a decent guy, too, but being a good guy doesn't get you anywhere in the Cup Series. All it does is just give people excuses of why you should have you should feel bad for him. It doesn't get you other rides. There are so many drivers that should be in the Cup Series that aren't with more talent that I just... why are we kicking Justin Haley? That's my big question, right? Like, Justin Haley has arguably had a better season than Suarez. Justin Haley lost his
worse equipment.
His car chief, his crew chief, his pit crew, all in the first half of the season. And now that he's finally settling in, he's starting to run as good as the other Spire cars. He's running as good or better than McDowell. It's like, what do you want from him?
Oh, I don't think he deserves to be replaced at all. I just feel like they could do that.
I think that Suarez will be out of the Cup Series next year. He probably ends up with Junior Motorsports and Xfinity. That's probably why.
I do think he ends
Carson,
up in Xfinity or O'Reilly somewhere, but time will
I think
tell to see
that's
if it's JRM or not.
probably why Carson's getting the boot to have to part time because they're probably going to put him in the 9. But
And Daniel's got the money to help turn a profit, so
boy, does Daniel Suarez ever have money?
Mexican money.
Kit
But
Kat money.
But anyway, let's go through these results real quick. Obviously, Ryan Blaney was the winner of the Cup race. Fastest car on the long run, totally. I mean, you could make an argument that Logano was the fastest short run car, but in clean air, Ryan Blaney was pretty much unstoppable. He wins the Mobile 1 301. Josh Berry, I think, was the best car overall. I would say Logano was the best short run. Blaney was the best long run. And all in all, I would say Josh Berry was the best driver on the day. I didn't get the
Yeah.
chance to make a post-race review for the channel, but you guys know about my driver of the day segment. That would 100% would have went to Josh Berry. Watching him fly up through the field was absolutely ridiculous on Sunday. He was an absolute machine. So shout out Josh Berry. William Byron P3, I was honestly amazed to see how good the 24 ran. I expected him and Hendrick in general to pretty much be nowhere on Sunday. So good run for the 24 team. Joey Logano, P4. Obviously, took that tire test notes from back in July and made great use of it. So good on him. Chase Elliott, P5. Great day maximizing results for the 9 team. They didn't have a winning car. They probably had a P10 car. They brought it up from 27th starting position and they made the most out of it. So good job, Chase Elliott. Christopher Bell, expected a lot more from Bell, but it was pretty hard to stop them Penske's today. Kyle Larson, Michael McDowell, Ross Chastain, and Chase Briscoe round out the top 10. Carson Hocevar with the fastest lap finishes P11. Denny Hamlin, Austin Dillon, Ryan Preece, Alex Bowman, Noah Gregson, Austin Cindric, Chris Buschard, Todd Gilliland, AJ Allmendinger, Tyler Reddick, Riley Herbst, Brad Keselowski, Cole Custer, Ricky Stenhouse, Bubba Wallace, Zane Smith, Eric Jones, Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch, Cody Ware, Shane Van Gisbergen, Justin Haley, John Hunter Nemechek, Ty Gibbs, and Daniel Suarez round out your results. All right, I'm going to let you get your thoughts out about the Cup race for a little bit. I have to go to the bathroom and blow my nose because I'm still recovering from Loudon. So take it away, Mr. Foley.
Okay, sir. Well, hometown hero Ryan Preece. That's what we'll touch on a little bit. Was nowhere most of the day. Grinded it out. Finished 14th. Just a typical Ryan Preece day. Like to see it. Beat the other 2 Roush cars. About all you could ask. That one wreck with Brad Keselowski where he decided he wanted to go bottom of 10 wide, hit the inside wall, and wreck half the field. That was one of the choices of all time. What else happened in the Cup race? Man, it was just a long day. But we can get in a little bit while he's gone to what's going to happen next weekend. I am pretty excited for Kansas. Kansas is always one of the better races of the season. I'll give you my quick picks to win. Bubba Wallace, I think, is an absolute lock for a good run today. Yeah. Sorry, people. I'm very tired. He's going to be a good run for Sunday. I think another one you got to look at is Ross Chastain, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney. A sleeper pick, someone who had a very, very good day on Sunday was Noah Gregson. Noah was really good at New Hampshire, passing as many cars as you could ask of him. Someone who I'd also look at, obviously, is Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe. I mean, realistically, I think it'll be a Toyota day. I mean, if you take Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, Bubba Wallace, and probably Kyle Larson, those are going to be your top 5 cars, I think. I don't know who's going to win. It's a toss-up between them. I'd probably lean towards Christopher Bell.
Well, are we talking Kansas now, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I gave him my top 5, my picks to win. I had top 5. I was talking about
Yeah, I think I honestly could see a William Byron win on Sunday, to be
Oh,
honest.
we went completely different ways. I said top fives. You take Hamlin, Briscoe, Bellin, Wallace, and Larson. That's your top five. It's a toss up between all of them. I think Bell's probably going to win, either Bell or Bubba.
Yeah, I definitely am leaning either Toyota or Chevrolet. Like, I just made my predictions video that my shorts that usually come out on Friday, and I picked Larson, Byron, and Chastain. So I think it'll pretty much be a checkerboard between Toyota and Chevrolet. But I would probably say if I was to give a top five, I would probably say Byron, Reddick, Larson, Hamlin, Wallace.
Yeah.
That's probably what I would say going off the top of my head. But
Oh,
I
no, I
I,
agree with
I
that.
have a good feeling about William Byron on Sunday. I really do.
Yeah. I suppose we will discuss football coming up here in a minute, but I think that's about all I got for the NASCAR races. I mean, fantastic weekend in Loudon. It always is. It sucks that next year's so far away. I want to go back. I hated going back to work, but
Oh, we hated coming back to Canada.
you got to pay the bills somehow, man. Got to
Sure, man.
pay the dang the debt. The bill collector comes no matter what time of year it is.
That is the truth. So, before we hop on to F1 and football, though, I have a little scoreboard for us for our predictions. I tracked our Bristol picks before the last
Oh no.
podcast. And so on NFL, we're actually currently tied. You are leading by just a little bit in the NASCAR predictions, I believe. But
That makes sense.
yes, so we are going
Makes
to.
sense.
I didn't score my predictions last week where I did a solo show last week, but we are going to give our picks for the.
Oh, hold on. You got to tell me what I got right. You can't just
Well,
leave
I
me
can't
hanging
remember,
there.
man. It was like 2 weeks ago.
You said, oh yeah, it was a little while ago. You said you tracked them.
Yeah, but I only have the
You
points.
lied to me. That's okay.
I have the points. I do not have
That's
the
okay.
results. Because
That's
I
okay.
tracked it after the Bristol weekend.
I get it.
So
You're giving me free wins though. I like that. I like that. That's a good little thing you got going on here.
I'm just trying to keep it honest, man. So here, I'm
So
gonna
what do
put a
we
little
win? What
tab in. So Xfinity, I would like your sleeper, suck pick, and your winner.
I would just like to point out, I got my win and suck pick for Bristol in the NASCAR truck race completely on point. I texted Skylar about halfway through that race when it was finally over and I finally was coherent and not half asleep. I was like, "See, I told you I'm really good at this. Please don't tell the audience I suck."
I'm keeping it real, dog. I'll keep it
You
real.
better, you better, or else you're not renting out that camper next year.
Deal.
All right. So you want my suck pick and who I think is going to be an absolute rocket ship this weekend
Yes.
at
So,
Kansas.
so
Xfinity first.
for Xfinity, I want. We're gonna do Xfinity and Cup, but for
All
each
right. All
series,
right.
I want sleeper, suck, and the winner.
Sleeper pick.
And I'll let you go first, but the rule I'm
Oh,
gonna
geez.
start implementing is we can't pick the same person.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
And that does go for all three.
Oh man. Hmm. My sleeper pick for the race probably going to be Jesse Love. My suck pick for the race is going to be. Oof. Actually, hold on. Sleeper pick Ryan Sieg.
I like
My
it.
sleeper pick is Ryan Sieg. I think the winner of this race is probably Connor Zilic.
Chances are you took mine.
And if you want who I think is going to be the worst car out of the entire field, is that what you're asking me?
Pretty much, you could word it. I word it as suck pick, but you could word it as like the disappointment of the race.
Disappointment of the race? Oh, then that's a little different than a suck pick. I was gonna say if it's a suck pick, it's gonna hurt me very deeply to say this, but probably Glenn Reen. But if we're going a suck pick, nope, not William Sawalich. Probably Rajah Caruth.
I will say, I'll give William Sawalich some credit. He has been better since like
Yeah,
August
he
started.
has. That's why I'm not taking him. So that's my sleeper picks Ryan Sieg, my win picks Connor Zilic, my suck picks Rajah Caruth. You go ahead, big dog.
All right,
Then
so
we got to get to
let
the
me
NFL, and
let
then
me
I got to go
lock
to
that real
bed.
quick. So you have sleeper was who?
Ryan Sieg.
Sieg. Suck is Caruth.
Yep, and my winner's Connor Zilic.
Zilic. All right, who's in the JGR 19? Bonsignore's in the 19 this weekend.
Yeah, don't pick it.
I was curious to see who it was, but
Don't do that to Skyler. Don't do that to yourself.
hey, Eric Almirola won the last race. I needed to see who
Oh,
was at least in
shut
it.
up.
But okay, who do I think will win the Xfinity race? I mean, if I can't take Connor Zilic,
You're gonna go with Justin Allgaier. Let me guess.
thinking about it,
Yeah, I know it.
it's no. I don't think Sam Mayer could.
Really?
I
Why
don't think.
not?
I don't think he could beat. I don't think he could beat the JRM boys. Is the thing. I just don't think Haas is fast enough. You know what I'm gonna do?
Potentially.
I'm gonna take Jesse Love. Why not? I'm gonna
Okay.
be a little bit bold with that. I'm gonna take Jesse Love to win the Xfinity race at Kansas. Suck pick. Bonsignor, sorry.
Nope, that is completely fair.
And
I agree. I think Justin Bonsinger is probably gonna be fucking. If you finish the race, that's cool.
sleeper pick, I probably would have said. Oh, you know who could actually be really decent is Taylor Gray. I actually think he could be decent.
I thought about it, but I just don't have faith in him. He hasn't run as good as he used to lately.
You know what? I'll go Nick Sanchez for a sleeper pick. I kind of like that. I don't hate
Oh,
that.
he has technically speaking won a mile and a half race. Was that mile and a half race a real mile and a half race? No, it wasn't.
I think he was decent when he ran trucks here, wasn't he?
Nick Sanchez is decent wherever he goes.
Yeah, I like Nick Sanchez. I think that team. Well, they ran decent from time to time with Parker Kligerman in the car, so I think Nick Sanchez
Decent.
could carry that over.
Parker Kligerman should have won a race in that damn car, dude.
Exactly. Well, at Kansas specifically, I was speaking. But anyway,
Technically, Parker did win a race. They just took it away from him.
truth. At least Sam Mayer won that race. But anyway,
At least. All right, that's enough.
all right. Sleeper, suck, and winner for Cup. I'll let you go first once
All
again.
right.
Who do you
Sleeper
got?
pick. Sleeper pick Chris Buescher. Suck pick Todd Gilliland. And my winner is, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going with it. Give me Bubba Wallace.
Ooh, I
Give me
dig it.
Bubba. I think Bubba is the lead dog at 23:11 right now. I think he's faster than Reddick, which is odd to say the least. But
Yeah, that is odd. I think Reddick's more likely to. I mean, I know SBG's in the field, but I think Reddick would be more likely to win at the Roval than Kansas. That's crazy to think about. But I just think Tyler Reddick's got a lot of speed there, and you never know. You never know. But my winner for the Cup race, I said it before, I'm taking William Byron. I just think he's got a good chance at it. I mean, if it wasn't Byron, I'd probably say Larson, but I do feel like one of those two Hendrick guys will win on Sunday. Suck pick. I think Noah Gregson's been decent here. I can't really take Noah. I'll probably take Austin
I thought
Dillon.
about Noah. I talked a little bit about Noah while you're gone. I was like, man, Noah Gregson had a fantastic day in New Hampshire.
Noah held it down. Noah held
See,
it down.
racetracks where there's a good party culture, Noah does better at. I don't know why that's the case, but it definitely is. Like
Feels more laid back and he lives it up.
Pocono, Talladega, Loudon.
But yeah, I'll go Austin Dillon for a suck pick.
You think so?
I believe so. And sleeper pick. Hmm. Why do I want to put Chase Elliott here?
A sleeper pick? I mean,
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pick Josh Berry. That's who I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Josh Berry. I think
you're
a
gonna
lot
take
of
Josh
people
Berry.
I think a lot of people will sleep on him. I know you won't, but I know a lot of
No, I'm a
people will. So
big
I'm gonna
Josh
take
Berry
Josh Berry.
supporter.
So
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I think he's gonna be good. Um,
yeah,
yeah.
so shall we talk some NFL now?
Oh boy, should we ever?
Well, the first game we
I
actually watched from our camper here was Bills versus Dolphins. Tua turned the
yeah
ball over.
yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that Josh Allen runs for a gazillion rushing yards every game, other than the freaking game that I have a parlay on him getting 30 rushing yards, and he gets 25. What the hell?
Josh.
Anyway, that game was closer than it ever should have been. I also said it would be before we turned it on, and everyone called me crazy.
That's true. Yeah,
I knew
the
I
Bills were
have
like a
elite ball
14
knowledge.
point favorite on the spread. It was kind of
Yeah, well, they
crazy.
definitely did cover the spread.
And yeah, that's basically all we need to say here is Miami needs some help and
Buffalo
Bills are
also
just going to
needs
keep
help on
rolling
defense.
for sure.
The I think the top. You know what? We can go right into it. Who the top team in the AFC is?
Who do you think?
It's the damn Chargers, man.
At this point, I don't disagree.
It is 100% Los Angeles Chargers. Are you kidding me?
I mean, we'll get more
Yeah,
to them later when we talk about their game, but
it's just that elite college education that Jim Harbaugh provided at the best college in all of the world. Right, Skyler? He came from an elite coaching tree. No college better, actually, some would say.
some, not me, but some. But
Hey, it's okay. Losing to him is probably. You know what? You probably know exactly how the Broncos feel because you're used to losing to him.
whatever you say, Chief. But anyway, let's get into the Sunday slate of games that we never got to see because we were at a racetrack with little to no service. Carolina, 30-0 over the Atlanta Falcons. Jesus.
No idea. No idea where that came from. I am still kind of confused.
You want to hear a
Um,
stat I heard on the drive home?
what?
Michael Penix has never beaten a team that scored more than 7 points.
You know, that actually makes quite a lot of sense. It makes all the more sense. Let me pull up the NFL app here real quick. No, that makes sense. It tracks. Um, what other games do we got?
Yeah, they even brought Kirk Cousins in the game.
The Steelers. Yeah, yeah, that game was atrocious. Talking about atrocious games, though.
Well, the next game I have is Jacksonville Houston.
Yeah, I don't know what there is to say about that, to be honest. Jackson, I feel like these guys have played each other all 3 weeks this year, oddly enough.
Pretty much. They might as well have.
They both CJ Stroud, that rookie year was a fluke. I had a feeling it would be. I feel vindicated. The Jags look solid. I think they're 3-0.
What I think of CJ Stroud is I think he's a decent player, but a lot of people have figured out his game and he hasn't adjusted.
I just don't like. I don't. Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah, Travis Hunter does good. I mean, there's not much to say about. I mean, we're gonna hit on just the games that matter. One of the ones that definitely matters was Steelers Patriots because Patriots should not have lost that football game. Ramondre Stevenson has done this every year. He can't hold on to the football. I'm happy we drafted a running back to have him third on the depth chart.
yeah, I was gonna say the running back that you don't use.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. I'm happy Drake May keeps throwing hellacious interceptions. Happy the tackle we drafted fourth overall doesn't know his ass from his hands. Happy we traded Jalen Polk, who might have been the best thing about this offense.
The
Patriots
long,
football
long
screwed.
rebuild.
Long rebuild. Steelers don't need to rebuild, don't need to do anything. They're still going to end up 9-8.
Yeah, the 9-8 Super Bowl is still alive for Pittsburgh.
It is still alive. Um,
Oh my god.
I guess we can talk about what you're waiting for. I know you're waiting very
The
patiently.
simply the best.
Yeah,
Better
yeah.
than all.
You can thank me for this because I placed a four-leg parlay that included your damn Browns.
to lose.
Let's read. I'll read. No, yeah, well, not even lose. We're gonna read the parlay for the people. Okay.
Okay.
All right, people. So this is the parlay, right? Patrick Mahomes over half a yard. That was an easy lock. I knew it was. That's why I did it. Then we go into the other ones that should have been a lock. None of these were a lock because both these teams played like ass. We have Saquon Barkley for a anytime touchdown. Guess what? Guess what? Saquon Barkley didn't get a touchdown.
Yeah,
I
that's
had
crazy to
Micah
think
Parsons.
Saquon didn't see the end zone. That's crazy to think about.
Micah Parsons for 1 sack. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Micah Parsons didn't sack anyone. I
I
had
think he'll
Josh
sack someone
Jacobs.
this week.
Yeah, well, I'm not betting on him again. I had Josh Jacobs to get a touchdown. Guess what? He didn't get a touchdown.
Bro did
This
not
is
get a
stupid.
touchdown.
This is stupid, and I want to go home. This is. I've just had atrocious luck this week. It was pathetic. And it's all Skylar Dagley's fault.
Blame the flack.
Yeah, I'm blaming you. Anyway.
Once
Yeah,
you see me again for the first time in like a year and 3 months,
I'm gonna
then
take your
it's
other knee.
hey, we
Did
were
you get
playing
your wait, you
ACL
kept your
cornhole.
crutches, right? We
Y-
were. We were. You have your crutches, right?
Yeah, of
I was gonna try to sell them to a race car driver or somebody, but no one wanted them.
course they didn't.
Yeah.
But
Um,
yeah, how
the
about it?
Browns and the
How did we
Packers did a
actually?
good
How
job.
did we beat the Green Bay Packers? You want to talk about a miracle? No points until like 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
It's sometimes better to be lucky than good. That's what I'll
Pretty
say.
much. Well, as soon as we got that field goal, Jordan Love chucked a pick to Grant Delpit, who brought it down to the 5. Judkins got a touchdown immediately, and then we blocked their game-winning field goal and go get a game-winning field goal of our own.
Pathetic. A 13-10 score. I hate that. Good for the
AFC
Browns.
North football.
Good for the Browns. Good for the Browns, dude.
Should we?
We'll go to Bengals Vikings. Just
That's
I'll
where I
touch on
was
it
about to
quickly.
go. So
There is nothing to talk about with this game because the Bengals got arched and blown the hell out by Carson Wentz.
that
Um,
should say everything you need to know.
yeah, that's all we got for the Vikings Bengals game. Carson Wentz kicked ass.
He only had
Rams Eagles
173 yards. That's crazy.
48 points. He just threw directly into the end zone.
Pretty
So
much. Or Aaron Jones went off too, probably.
yeah, Rams Eagles. The Rams should have won this game. The tush push has saved the Eagles this year. We'll get into that, I'm sure, at some point in the year. I think it's a horror. I used to play on the offensive line. Now seeing these overviews from the Sky Shop, these are all illegal plays. They're lined up in the neutral zone every time. There's at least one false start on every single play. I don't get why it hasn't been banned. And they're like, well, the NFL committee voted on it. That's why we don't call the flags. It's like, well, then I guess the NFL committee should, vote on if you can get roughing the passers then.
Yeah, really dumb.
Stupid. Asinine. Eagles are not what they were the end of last season. And next up is the best. I'll say it. I'll say it. The second best team in the NFC.
Bucks.
Yeah.
Bro, once I knew they got a Mecha Ibuka, I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my lord. Well, now they're without Mike Evans for a few weeks.
Yeah, that's true. He's gonna have to be the number one guy, and I mean, he's holding it
Oh, he's
down
already is.
pretty much.
The Jets and the Bucks. Bucks look like a real Super Bowl winning team. If Baker Mayfield wins the Super Bowl, so help me God. The
Baker
Jets
Mayfield's
look good.
liver is going to be one brutalized.
It'll be done.
It'll be
Listen.
done.
The Jets, they've lost every game this year, but their 0-3 is different than the Giants' 0-3.
Oh, 1,000%.
I think the Jets are a very much improved football team. All of their games they've played have been against unbelievable football teams. And they've almost won every single one of them except the one with the Bills, but that's just the Bills.
The Bills.
The Bills. All right. Another blowout.
Colts,
The Colts, Titans. Sorry, yeah, Titans.
Might as well have been the
this
Texans.
is the second. There's a strong case. This is the second best team in the AFC right now. Behind potentially third, behind Buffalo and behind the Chargers. But man, Daniel
Jonathan
Jones.
Taylor went off.
Jonathan Taylor is going off. Daniel Jones looks like an elite quarterback. I love it. I'm here for it. Yeah, they're going to be dangerous if they can keep this rolling. I think. I love
Dimes,
to see
man.
it. I love to see it.
How can you not love Danny Dimes?
Deputy Dimes.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of him in New York, but he's coming into his own in Indy. What more can you say?
Commanders, Raiders, Marcus Mariota looks so much more equipped to run that offense than Jaden Daniels. I'll be the one to say it. I'm going to say it.
Bro said it.
Marcus Mariota will get better results than Jaden Daniels would with that team.
I mean, this was also against the Raiders, so you got to take that into account, but still.
Okay. The Raiders put up historically amazing numbers
the week before last.
Yeah. Broncos, Chargers, nail biter of a game. Two of the best teams in the AFC. Both top 5. Like I said, I think the Chargers is the best. I think, depending on how much you believe. Again, the Colts are steady second or third. I think the Broncos are fourth, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah, no, I think Denver are very unlucky to be 1 and 2.
I agree.
They've had a rough schedule to start off.
Got a rough schedule, and Boatnix is struggling, but that's okay. I kind of expected that in his second season. The Saints-Seahawks game, it's hard to get a read on that. It's hard to get a read on what was the Seahawks being phenomenal at football and the Saints sucking at football.
Well, see, I think Sam Darnold's going to go off once again tomorrow night against Arizona.
Oh, you better believe I'm cooking up a parlay tomorrow night on that. Oh my lord. It's going to be a fantastic football game. All right. This is the one I kind of want to hear your opinions on. Cowboys-Bears. What on God's green earth do we make of this?
Ben Johnson's finally starting to wear off. That's about all I can say, man. This incompetent team is finally starting to learn something from them.
Would Ben Johnson be better off with Bryce Young under center?
I think Caleb Williams is better off, to be honest. I think Caleb Williams would be the better choice, especially.
So I have a question, right? So let's talk about while we're on the topic of quarterbacks here. All this, Shedeur Sanders had the chance to sit behind Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts, and he said no because he didn't want to sit on the bench.
Now he's sitting behind Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel.
How stupid is that? Like, genuinely, how stupid is that? Because if you really want to sit here and tell me that you think you couldn't get opportunities with other football teams after sitting behind Lamar Jackson, you're stupid.
1,000%.
I don't understand who his agent is. They need to be fired immediately.
Probably his dad.
I think it is. They need to be fired immediately. Because whatever. But Where this
Now
is
he
all
gets to
leading
learn how to chuck it from the flat.
Who the hell does the Bengals get? I want the Bengals to trade for Jameis Winston.
That would be amazing. That would be
Could you
amazing.
imagine Jameis Winston
Jameis
throwing
Winston and Jamar
to
Chase
T.
feeding.
Higgins and Jamar Chase?
God damn.
That I'll say it. That combo might make them second guess Joe Burrow.
Man, that would be unreal. I mean, he'd probably chuck about 5 picks a game with that offense.
Yeah, but he would
still, that
also
would be
throw
insane.
like 10 touchdown passes. Every down, it's just, oh, they're down there somewhere.
He would basically be doing what Russell Wilson tried to do, except accurately in the last 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, we'll get to the Giants later, but like Jameis Winston's on that roster too.
Yeah. You know who I kind of want to see as the quarterback for Cleveland? Not Cleveland, for the Browns. Or Jesus, that's none of the teams I want to talk about. The Bears. I want to see if they can draft a quarterback next year. I want to see that dang kid from
Texas?
Penn State.
Oh, Drew. What's his name? Aller?
Drew Aller, yes. I want to see Drew Aller.
I wouldn't hate it.
I think they're decent quarterbacks. No, not Arch Manning. Though, while we're on the topic of Texas quarterbacks, how long before Quinn Ewers is the starter in Miami?
Probably when Mike McDaniel gets fired.
Okay.
Because he's too incompetent to change it.
Well, if we're talking about quarterbacks getting changed, we'll talk about the Chiefs-Giants game. We listened to that.
Hey, we got one more late window game to talk about.
Do we have to?
Well, let's briefly cover it. Give it a
Harrison
minute.
Jr. is a bust.
Bro, what was that drop? I love MHJ, but what was that?
He is not cut out for NFL football. Kyler Murray, there is a reason he gives up every time COD comes out. It's because he just has no help. Kyler Murray's talent has been wasted in Arizona.
If you're an Arizona Cardinals fan, I legitimately feel bad for you. And I am a Cleveland Browns fan saying that.
You're also a 49ers fan. They beat them by a point.
Yeah, with Mac Jones at quarterback. I wasn't expecting the Niners to start the year 3-0.
Yeah, with Mac Jones as a quarterback.
Mac Jones.
Mackie
J.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Not much to say about that game. It's just stupid.
Yeah. Chiefs-Giants. Thoughts?
Pathetic on both sides.
That was one of the worst games of football I've ever witnessed.
And here's I made this point to you when we were picking up, right? It's like, when they were making the schedule, in what world were the Giants and Chiefs ever going to be a good matchup?
Literally.
Like in what world?
That Denver Chargers game would have been so much better on primetime. The reason why they put that game on primetime, though, is the Taylor Swift effect. That's the only reason that game was on primetime.
Yeah, I'm done. I give up.
The ratings for that game were probably awesome.
Cam Scattaboo. God, I love Cam Scattaboo. He is a unbelievable.
The definition of angry runs.
Yeah.
The definition.
I don't know. I don't expect much out of Jackson Dart, to be honest.
With what he's got, not really.
I just don't expect much of that out of him as a player. But
hey, time will tell. They play the Chargers on Sunday too.
Rip
is right.
Monday Night Football.
Oh boy, there's a lot to talk about here.
All right, so the Lions weren't good just because of their coordinators. The Lions are still one of the best teams in the league, the best team in the NFC.
Did you catch the Amon-Ra St. Brown hot mic?
Yeah, and he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. I don't care what anyone says.
If they talk about, I'll run this shit.
I'll run this shit. Yeah. The Lions are the best team in the NFC. Easy. The Baltimore Ravens, 1-2. Who thought this was coming?
Bro, The Ravens and the Chiefs are playing next week, and one of those teams is going to start the year 1-3 to end
It's gonna be
September.
the Chiefs. It's gonna be the
That would
Chiefs.
be amazing. Literally,
Um,
dream come true.
Derrick Henry finally looks like he's falling off a cliff.
Yeah, Derrick Henry, he's past.
I think it's officially past it, which sucks, but it is what it is. So I guess we're gonna turn the page to week 4, okay? We're
So,
gonna just
I want you to go through game by game, and I want you to give me your picks
all
for
right.
each
You
game.
better write this down.
I'm writing it down. Don't
Ready?
you worry.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Panthers, Patriots. Give me New England.
Well, start from the top. Like, go
Yeah, but this
Seattle
is the top
Cardinals.
on mine. This is the top on my thing. So just write it off to the side and slot it in where it belongs.
Okay. Well, give me your Seahawks Cardinals pick first.
Cardinals.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
Minnesota, Pittsburgh. Minnesota. That's not hard. I want Carson Wentz to win the Super Bowl so bad.
That would be hilarious.
I don't know, Skylar. Who do you think's gonna win New Orleans, Buffalo?
Oh, I wonder. I
That's gonna
wonder.
be that is going to be an atrocious game. Buffalo was going to win probably by over 20 points.
Yeah.
Washington, Atlanta. Marcus Mariota is going to keep going on a tear. Give me the Commanders. Cleveland, Detroit. Sorry, Skyler. The run ends here. Detroit's going to wax ass.
Understandable.
Tennessee, Houston. Man, man. Tennessee. Cam Ward's better than C.J. Stroud.
Wow. I can't
Yeah.
believe we're in a world where we're picking Tennessee over Houston.
I can. They're both 0-3. LA Chargers, New York Giants. I think it'll be closer than it has any right to be, but I think Chargers.
Jackson Dart goes for 300 yards on debut.
Yes. Yes.
Give me your
As long as he
Carolina New
starts
England pick.
New England. Philadelphia, Tampa Bay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Give me the bread, man. Give me Tampa.
That's a
It's no
huge
secret.
game. For the early window, that is a huge game.
It is no secret, if anyone knows me. My favorite teams are the Patriots and the Buccaneers. Make the connection, why don't you? And the Bills, but really the Patriots and the Commanders. Commanders, yeah, Buccaneers. Yeah, Tampa Bay all the way, dude. Tampa Bay's going to the Super Bowl. Fuck yeah, Baker Mayfield.
Rams Colts.
Colts. Not much to say about that other than I just have an odd feeling that the undefeated streak's not ending yet.
Jacksonville, San Francisco.
Jacksonville. Nick Bosa's out.
Yeah,
That's all I got to
beat.
say.
That's a brutal beat.
Nick Bosa is out. That's all I have to say about that football. I kind of already alluded to what I think.
I already know what you're going to take.
Baltimore.
To beat the hell out of Kansas City.
Yeah, and then Chicago over Las Vegas.
Chicago.
Packers Cowboys.
This is such a fun game. I cannot wait for this.
Give me the Packers. I have to.
I would take the Packers as well.
Jets Dolphins. This is the game that gets Ben John. Jets Dolphins. This is the game that gets Mike McDaniel fired. Jets are gonna win.
Jets. One team's got to win a game. Bengals Broncos.
Is that even a question?
Shouldn't be.
Broncos all the way. Unless
the Jameis Winston trade happens.
Yes, unless there's a trade in the next 2 days. Then I might take the L on that one, but
hey, I mean, nothing you can do. We record on Wednesday night. It goes up Thursday. Nothing you can do.
You know, people, I'm gonna hold on. Oh. Sorry, now Now all this stuff's coming up about the fucking Childress trade. Childress deal happening, but yeah, gonna be a good week of football, I think.
Oh, I agree. All right, I guess I'll get into mine real quick. So, I'm going Seattle over Arizona. Pittsburgh, Minnesota. I'll go Vikings. That's Oh, that's a Dublin game too. Early morning. Grab your coffee. Um, Washington, Atlanta. I have to go Washington. And we'll write that down. Uh, Buffalo, New Orleans. I'll have to go Buffalo. Who would predict anything different? Only delusional Saints fans. Detroit, Cleveland. I hate to do it, but it's just keeping it honest. Detroit is going to win that football game. Tennessee, Houston. I think Houston has more complete of a team, so I'm going to take the Houston Texans.
Mm.
Carolina, New England. I will take the Patriots on this one. I'm really curious to see how Carolina come off that win, though. I am really curious to see how they do. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Ever hate that feeling when you gotta sneeze and it just doesn't come?
I hate when you gotta sneeze and then you poop your pants.
For reals. Chargers, Giants. It's going to be Chargers. Let's be real. This is the kind of game where something stupid could happen to the Chargers, though. It's on the turf field that everybody hates. Like, could you
Exactly,
imagine
but
if Justin Herbert gets injured?
shut up.
Like, I'm just saying, like, that'd be horrible. But I'm not trying to bring any bad energy, but I just have a feeling that this is for, I feel like, I should say, this is something, something, it's a game for the Chargers where something stupid could happen to them. Philadelphia, Tampa Bay. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. Gut tells me Tampa Bay, though. I think they'll sneak it. Indy, Rams. Gut tells me Indy, so I'm going to take Indy. Jacksonville, San Francisco. I have to take Jacksonville again because, yeah, the 49ers are just too injured, man. My second team's logo is going to be a goddamn wheelchair. But Baltimore, Kansas City. I'm taking Baltimore. Let's be honest. It's in Kansas City though, so some ref ball could happen. But
True.
Chicago, Las Vegas. I'm gonna take the Bears to win that one.
That is.
Green Bay, Dallas. I cannot wait to see Micah Parsons back in Dallas. I'm gonna take Green Bay. Oh my god, damn nose is running like a son of a gun. Jets, Miami. I'd have to take the NY Jets. And Cincinnati, Denver. That is going to be the Denver Broncos. All right.
Good.
I think we have a couple games picked differently there. I mean, I picked Seattle. You picked Arizona. We both have Minnesota. We both have Buffalo. We both have Washington. We both have Detroit. We both have the Chargers. We both have New England. We both have Tampa. We both have Indy, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Chicago, Green Bay. Yeah, pretty much our whole pick points this weekend literally come down to Houston, Tennessee, and Arizona, Seattle.
Yeah, pretty much.
But do we want to talk about F1 a little bit before we wrap this podcast up?
I guess briefly, just to touch on. We'll touch on the winner mainly. Max Verstappen is still the greatest driver in Formula One, hands down. It appears that Laurent Mekies is actually listening to his feedback, and it's apparent with Yuki too. That car is back to being
Drivable.
The fastest in Max Verstappen's hands.
Could you imagine Max Verstappen beating one of the Red Bulls? Or not Red Bulls, McLaren, sorry. Even if he wins the title, it would be hilarious. But even just one of them would be the funniest thing ever.
Oh my God, Xavier Worthy's back from fan. Oh my God.
He's back?
Oh, oh, I'm back, baby.
No more 0-3.
Woo! Anyway, yeah, Max Verstappen is probably. I want to see how McLaren reacts to the pressure that
Mm.
Max is going to put on them
Well, what?
because
That's
Max,
3 wins in a row for Max now, ain't it? Or 2?
yeah, that's two.
Yeah, because I figure McLaren. Yeah, because Piastri won Holland, but this is going. It's a good stretch for Verstappen. I mean, Singapore, America, Mexico, Brazil, Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi. That's a good stretch for him.
Hmm.
It's going to be interesting to see how that goes for them. I,
Oh man, it's going to be so funny when Max Verstappen still wins the title.
yeah, I don't know. It'd be hilarious.
The entire Formula One
You know
world is
what's
just gonna be
crazy?
shut out.
You know what's crazy is friggin' um Max Verstappen is closer to Oscar Piastri than Lando Norris was to Verstappen this time last year.
Oh yeah, I think 70 points in 7 races is unbelievably doable, especially with the run of misfortune McLaren's having. I think it's doable. I think that's the problem. You're going up against someone who doesn't make mistakes. You can't, or else he's just gonna fucking motor right out. Look at Sao Paulo last year.
Yeah, that was
Detrimental.
one of the best drives I've ever seen.
Oh, it's the best drive I've ever seen him drive. Unbelievable. Hamilton started last. No, he didn't. He started 10th and won. Max started 17th on the grid and drove all the way up to first and won by like 20 seconds. Stupid.
Max is a
He's
god. Max is a god.
Max is the greatest Formula One driver of all time. Eat it. It's the truth.
George Russell, P2. What do we think?
Um, it would. I mean, I would hope so. George Russell was competing with a Williams for P2. Um,
At least he beat him by like what,
Such a
five and a half
screwed up
seconds?
race. Such
I
a
didn't get
screwed
to
up,
watch a lot of it, but it
such a
sounds like a screwed
wild
up
race
race.
weekend. Um, I guess we'll just say it. Carlos Sainz P3 and that Williams. Why?
Smooth operation.
See, and this is I mentioned this to you because I watched it on the morning
Yeah, I
Sunday
think I was in the
on
shower
camera.
while
Yeah,
you
you
were
were in the
watching it.
showers, but Alex Albon's better at driving a midfield car in the midfield, but when it comes to driving up front, Carlos Sainz has so much more experience that when he is put in a position to be up front, he knows how to handle it.
I
Albon does.
couldn't agree with you more.
That is why he was hired. It was for these specific scenarios where that car, that 55 car, is sitting in third place, and you tell him you need to get this podium, and he got it.
You do the job, cuz. You do the job.
And he did the job. Still the last race winner for Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton ain't working out too great for them.
I think this was Hamilton, one of Hamilton's better races with Ferrari, though.
That is utterly depressing.
That is utterly depressing. But hey,
I
he
think
beat
I
his
think this is
teammate. He made up 4 spots from where he started. I don't think there's obviously you want to finish better than P8 and P9 for
it's his
Ferrari,
last
but
season. Let's be honest, it's his last season in Formula One.
I figure next year will.
Yeah, he's done. I
But
think that's all we got for Formula One. I mean, Liam Lawson had a good day. Yuki scored points, but other than that, it's just standard F1 stuff.
Kimi
We're
Antonelli
coming up.
P4.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. We're
Bortoletto
coming up
just
close
missed
to
out
the
on
NHL
points.
season, though.
Shell, baby. I actually have a fantasy draft on Monday next week.
Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up real fast. I'm a very casual hockey fan, but I'll probably tune into some games.
Yeah, I usually watch a lot more when the playoffs come around, but
Yeah, me too.
hockey, NBA starts at what, end of October?
Yeah, that's what I care about.
Ball.
I am ready for um I am ready to get my heart torn out by the Boston Celtics. over and over again.
Yeah, the Houston Rockets travel to Oklahoma City to open up the season on October 21st.
Are you kidding me? I have to watch OKC.
Well, if you want to stay up late, the Lakers open their season against the Warriors.
That actually is probably going to be a pretty good game.
Probably. Cavs
That's
versus
probably
Knicks is my boys'
that's
opening day.
also going to be a decent football game.
Basketball, you
No, same fucking difference.
mean.
They're both American.
America.
Fuck yeah.
Um,
I don't know. That's all I got. I mean, other than Loudon, it was a pretty standard sports weekend. The AFC is still the best league in the NFL.
and
Yeah.
NHL season starts Tuesday, October 7th.
Oof.
Chicago open up the season away to the Florida Panthers. The Penguins travel to Madison Square Garden to play the Rangers, and the Colorado Avalanche travel to Los Angeles to play the Kings. Though that is NHL opening day.
Who plays Wednesday?
Montreal, Toronto, Bruins, Capitals,
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Kings, Golden Knights, and
Oh, dude,
Flames, Oilers.
that might be my last week too working night, so I'll have those days off, dude. I'm gonna veg out. Wednesday night, I'm gonna watch the NHL. Thursday night, I'm gonna watch the NFL. Oh, baby.
Yeah, it's in DC.
That's fine. Honestly though, good on him.
Good on them.
I don't know, is there anything else you want to touch on? Oh yeah, I do. The Super Motocross playoffs ended. I'm just gonna touch on it quickly. Haley Deegan's brother, Hayden Deegan, tried to kill Joe Shimoda. Didn't work. Joe Shimoda won the 250 championship. Good on him. Good rider. Jet Lawrence is still the greatest dirt bike rider to do it currently. Currently to do it. So yeah.
I was gonna say I don't know nothing about Supercross, so I can't
That's
add
okay.
anything here.
Well, I guess I'll end off my bit this week with I'll be in Stafford Springs, Connecticut, potentially Friday and Saturday. If not, definitely Saturday to watch the Napa Auto Parts Fall Final. Take some photos, post them on my Facebook page, Ethan's Photography on Facebook. Wanted a logo by now, but no one stepped up. I've reached out to people, so yeah.
Sure. I may have some time tomorrow, so I will give you something if I can.
If you can, that would be great because I'm gonna send them to Brett, Missouri tomorrow to get them.
Yeah, give me some time to do it. I may have the chance tomorrow, but I will keep you posted.
Are you going to make this with AI?
No, I'm gonna make this with Canva.
Oh, I like that. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 3, my second episode of the Touchdown Track Limits podcast.
Yes, sir. Subscribe, join the Spotify, do the things.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram.
I'm gonna go dig out a half-eaten cheeseburger from a month ago from the fridge, and I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna play some Borderlands 3. 4. Borderlands 4. Jesus, Borderlands 4. I won the Super Bowl with the Seahawks, so I'm done with that. NFL 26.
Did you leave Seattle, or are you still playing it?
No, it was my second year. First year as a starter. We went 11-6, and I won the Super Bowl.
Let's go.
On all Madden. So.
Bro's retiring Madden for a bit now.
Yeah, I'm retiring Madden. I'm gonna play Borderlands 4. It's a good game.
But yeah, when I get caught up on my shit, I'll play some iRacing with you.
Good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good weekend. Hope you all have a fantastic, fantastic sports viewing experience. Bet responsibly. Don't waste all your money. I know I have. I've bet 6 parlays so far this year. None of them have hit. So I'm going to try to obviously cook up another parlay tomorrow night. I'm going to win the money for a camper somehow. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Later.
Yo, later.